Welcome back, guys, to another Coach Wicked video. Today, we're going to be going over a Xin Zhao silver game. This player felt like they got carried, and they want to know, they just want kind of more knowledge about the early game. How could they have played the early game better? Things like ganking opportunities, things like just the general bundle of playing jungle early. So we're going to be going over how to play Xin Zhao in the early game in this particular video. So one thing we want to note is that there are three types of junglers. Junglers can be all three, but I took the liberty to write it down. So we have gankers, we have invaders, and we have farmers, right? So for ganking, we have Xin Zhao, and he can also be an invader, right? So that's his two. He's not really too keen on farming, but he's both of them. And then for Zat, what do we have? We just have a ganker. He's probably not going to try to invade you and kill you, and he's not really that. He can farm, but I mean, who cares, right? He wants to just be a lot more gank focused, more gank heavy. So this means the best thing that we want to do this game to prevent this guy from doing what he wants to do is either exert aggression in his jungle, so that way he can't go for ganks realistically because you're in his face, or you want to counter gank. Very, very simple, right? That's your main goal. And then how you decide where you want to path to, you decide based off your team. So we look at top and we look at bottom. What do we notice about our top laner? Well, he's playing Cho'Gath and he has teleport. So I don't really care if that guy gets fed or not because it's just a tank. We have bot, we have Jinx and Renata. What do we know about Jinx? We know Jinx is a really scale heavy champion. So, I don't really have to do much. She'll just scale into the game. Kills on her is nice, but she'll get there by herself eventually, right? Now, when we look at them, we notice that Renekton has Ignite. That means what? He wants to go in and try to kill your laner on repeat if he can. When we look at bot lane, we have Misfortune and Lux. What are they going to do? Well, they're just going to be really poke heavy. They're going to be the type of lane that's just super, super pokey, and they're probably going to shove my team under tower, maybe. We'll see how it plays out, but, you just want to have a basic understanding of how it plays out. Your job as a jungler is to adapt to the situation. If it doesn't play how you think, you got to adapt to it. So here is the game plan for us. Based off the jungler, we want to invade, be a little bit aggressive. Then we also want to try to counter gank if we know he's about to go for a gank, okay? As far as pathing goes, we want to path towards top because we want to prevent the Renekton from snowballing. After we do that, we can start pathing down, okay? That makes sense? All right, so you pretty much want to always base what you're going to do off the jungle matchup, and then you base where you want to path off the laning matchups, more or less. There's a little bit more nitty gritty to the situation, but this is a VOD review, and it might, it's a little bit too in depth to go into at that point in time. All right, so we notice that Zach is bot. Let's see if he starts bot. We don't really know if he decides to walk back, but it looks like he's giving you the information. The fact that he's still down here means that he's no way gonna walk straight up to top, so we can assume that he's gonna start bot by where he is. Okay, so we'll path up per usual. All right, good. 3 camp clear. Pretty decent, pretty solid. Okay. Now this is something, well, actually, never mind. Okay, you're kiting it. I was gonna say, this is something that could help you a lot, is just kiting it. You're kiting it, but I'd work a little bit more on it. You could be definitely pulling it a little bit further to where you wanna go. You're doing a good job kiting it, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying if you wanna actually maximize, your time, definitely kite a little bit further. Get used to really getting close to that edge for these camps. All right, so we're going top, looks like, to just see if we can counter gank. Oh, nope, we turn around. Okay, so I actually like what you did here. Let me zoom this out real quick. I like what you did. This is not wrong. Oh my gosh, Riot. Quit trolling me. Okay, this is not wrong. So we walk up. We have 2 plans of attack here. Well, 3. Well, 4. So whenever you finish your clear, what you want to do is one of these 4 options, all right? You want to gank top or gank middle, all right? That in itself is super easy. And the same thing if you're bot. You'll gank mid or you gank bot. Those are 2 options right there. So ganking one of the lanes. Next, we have do Scuttle Crab. Once again, very easy option. When it's there, you take it. Another option is to just go into the enemy jungle, not only to see where they are, but to also prevent this guy from ganking, right? If we know he pathed up towards top, if we just invade him, he's going to be really scared. You don't have to go fight the guy. Just walk up and notice him. Oh, he's right there. Careful, careful, careful. And then you could probably rotate mid right now because look who's overextended right now. So if you went for that play, you would actually have a free kill right here once Zed hits 3, right? Now that's one scenario. Now let's say the other scenario is that I decide to go here and I sit in this bush because I know Zach wants to try to gank my Renekton. Why? Or not my Renekton, I'm sorry, my Cho'Gath. Why? Because he's super pushed up. I can counter gank this when he flies in. So if we did do that, look at that. You can just walk up and slap that dude. If only we were paying attention by sitting here. So both options would have been infinitely better because they would have allowed you to realize you have gank opportunities in both said lanes. But we decided to go to wolves, which now you're focused more on wolves rather than the actual gank opportunities that you had, or doing your job as a Xin Zhao into Zac, which is invading to not only pressure him, but to also figure out where he is because he's going to go for a gank. That makes sense? So you should be doing one of the 4 options every single time you're done clearing. You don't just go back to clearing. Your laners have more priority to like needing you than your camps do. You can come back and farm whenever you want, but those laners, that state only lasts for so long. What you're probably looking at is the fact that this guy is pushed up. But at that particular moment, you could have popped out. Even right here, you could have been here and just let him bait and let Renekton like dash in or something, and you can get him. Like, you could have done a lot there. In both of your lanes, you had opportunities to go for a gank. It's about being aware. You wouldn't have been wasting time because you're waiting for a crab to come up anyway. It's a good waste of time. It's not a hard waste of time. Like I said, it's another reason why you could go invade is because, you know, it still burns time for the crab to spawn. So you go to this crab here. One thing I would advise is not to hit the plant because it does signal where you are. If you just go for this crab and then make your way towards bot by not being seen, they wouldn't know exactly where you were. They just know the crab was gone. But because you hit that, they know now you're on crab right now and you're about to take it. So just, it's something small, but, you know. I mean, he's seen you anyway, but just imagine you were much faster with what you were doing. He wouldn't have seen you. All right, so now we're spotted on these minions. I'm pretty sure you know that. So you're walking to the crab now, and we should be pinging our team. Okay, once again, we're very, very cautious when we're very, very strong. Because you're so strong, you don't have to be cautious. So what we notice is that Zac is crossing right now. That's what we notice. At this point, we want to say assist, 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 help, help, help. So what we want to do is like assist, 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 assist. On my way, on my way. You can only get 6, so do your best. That is going to signal these guys to rotate. Although Zed isn't primarily shoved into the tower, he's literally right there. He can like clear the wave and then just come. These guys are already shoved up. They can already make their way if you ping them right now. Look at her. She was already in the vicinity to go over anyway. So we already know Zac is coming here because we see him pathing. You don't have to hit the plant to figure out he's there. We know that's where he's going. We're using the context clues that we learned. Right? So a really good way to play League of Legends, especially as a jungler, is think about the context clues. With that in mind, when we see something, think about what will happen next based off what we've seen. So if we could put this into perspective here, all right, let's put this into perspective. Zac cleared from bot to top. Correct? Correct. Now he's walking down bot. Correct? Correct. He has no camps up, we should assume. So this means, I mean, if we could just like look at his CS, he has 20, right? So he skipped a camp. And we can assume that it was Krugs, it was not the Gromp. So at this time, we can assume there's nothing down here, which means he's going for this crab or he's going straight bot to gank because he has nothing else left. Just based off the context clues of that, we've seen him path up. And he's walking down. What is down there for you except this crab and maybe ganking bottom? He only has 2 plays. And it might seem really complicated, but it's not. Trust me. Once you get it down, you'll be like, dude, he has only 1 play, 2 plays. What else is he going to do? He has nothing else to do, you know? Okay. So we come down here. We hit it once again. We should have just pinged our team. Also, this made you take way more time. You didn't have to hit it. You knew he was there, which is why, like, you were smart. You knew he was there. So why do we hit it to check? Just go. And then ping your team. So I want to see you ping your team more often to rotate to you and to be a part of your fights. So as an early game jungler, try to use your team more often to help you win more fights. and create more pressure. This is huge when you're playing something like Xin Zhao. The thing is, you have to know when you don't win or lose. Wait, what? You have to know when you don't win, and you have to know when you lose. Wait, that's the same thing. That's why it sounded funny. Okay, repeat. We have to know when we win, and we have to know when we lose. What was I even saying? So yeah, we have to know when we win and when we don't. We know that Misfortune and Lux are stronger than Jinx and Renata. But what we also know is that we have Prio, so they will rotate first. If they have to rotate, they're not going to walk this way. They're going to walk that way. And in which case, the fight should already be over. The crap should already be gone. And you're just using pressure to be more aggressive. That's all. You don't even have to fight. You're just looking to use the fact that I have teammates that are shoved up to help me. If you want to invade, same thing. When my teammates are shoved up, assist, on my way. And see if they come help you. And you have to pay attention, because if they do not help you, like if they don't start rotating, you're going to be on your own. You ping them back, and you see they're going to help you. All right, you're recalling. Okay, you stop your recall. This is bad. You stopping your recall basically says, I'm going to be on the map a lot longer than I have to, and then I'm going to have to reset at a worse time. Also, what did we just notice? We noticed Zach just got this, right? So that would tell us that either he's recalling or he's going for a gank. That's one of the like that's the only things he has left. I mean, he could try to solo dragon, but it's not happening, right? And it's not even up, so that's not happening. So you can either go for a counter gank, or what you can do is you can walk down here and then start your recall in this vicinity. That way, you're there if he goes for a gank, but also you're backing at the same time. Doing this is not helping your lanes at all. You want to be more proactive. This is basically just playing like kind of like Master Yi, where it's like I'm just trying to scale. Oh, and there he goes. You're trying to make your way, but you're too late. And even if you didn't want to go to this play, and let's say you did recall, you should still spam ping your team back, that Zach is in the vicinity. So whenever you think someone is going to get ganked, ping them back. It's very, very huge. A lot of players are scared to do this, but it's so important that you just spam ping them back if you think they're going to get ganked. Even if you're wrong, it's better to be wrong and then play safe than you be right and not say anything. So because we path in a weird way, where we ended up pathing straight down, right, now we're screwed. What we could have done was recall instantly and then path up, maybe grab raptors and then do our stuff. But now we're in a weird position where we're like going to a side with no camps, and if this dragon doesn't pan out, you're like wasting your time because nothing's spawned up yet. What you could have done was you could have went this way, grab Gromp, grab Wolves, maybe even Crab, and then maybe gank mid, and then come to Dragon. And then you could fix your pathing and path back up again like you were doing before. So you never really want to recall and just go to a side with no camps. Always remember that. Okay, you didn't. Wait, what did you do? Okay, that was a lot of time wasted. You should have just walked straight through here. Don't let your teams kind of sway what you're doing. Always keep an eye out about what you're doing. I like that you kind of did fix your pathing. Oh, but we're doing the thing, like I said, where we go down again. Wait, and then we're going back up. Probably want that crab, huh? Nope. Okay, you see your pathing is kind of all over the place at this point. All right, here's the general rule of thumb. Always path in one direction. Until you become very, very good at it, just path in one direction. What do I mean by that? Every single time that you play League of Legends, I'm trying to zoom out and I can't. Okay, there we go. Every single time that you play League of Legends, decide where you want to path and why. Once again, we base it off of matchups, right? Oh, I have a Draven ADC. I kind of want to get that guy ahead so that way he can win harder. Okay, then you path down bot. So you'd start here, you do your clear, you path down. When you reach this side, you have an option. I can either just straight up gank mid, I can straight up gank bot, or I can straight up invade or go for the crab. Remember the 4 options that we talked about. If you exhausted all 4 of these and you have nothing better to do, then you go ahead and clear your camps. And then once again, when you're done clearing your camps, you check to see if there's anything gankable or can I invade. Maybe even look for a dragon play. After that's said and done, you rinse and repeat. You come up top, you clear your camps, clear your gromp, make sure you're paying attention to top, see if you can help. Nothing's happening. Okay, then I'm clearing. And once again, we're back on the same side. Either I skip my camps and look for a gank mid, gank bot, or invade, or I exhausted all my options, so I'm going to go back, and I'm just going to clear back down, and then check again after I'm done clearing. And if nothing's there, then I recall again, and we continue to do that for the rest of the game. If you get that habit down packed, after you like get really good at it, you'll be able to kind of adjust your clear on the fly. You're trying to do it right now, but well, I don't know if you're trying to, but you're doing it right now, but it's not helping you. It's harming you. So I think that's what we should work on from here. So what we will say is the homework is going to be, one, identify what lanes we need to path to. And then number 2, only path that way for the rest of the early game. Obviously, mid to late game is a little different. Do your thing. But early game is the most important. And so I always kind of use this as the 80-20 rule. Okay? You want to spend 80% of your time on one side, and you want to spend 20% of your time on the other side. If we think about it, if I go top and I clear, I'm spending 20% of my time clearing and also checking out top. Do you need anything? No? All right. Do I need to go ward for you? Okay. No? All right. And then you're spending 80% of your time here. You're looking for things to do before you start clearing. You go back, you clear, and then you look for things to do again. And then after that, you back, and then again, we're spending only 20% of our time up here, and we're spending the remainder of our time down here. That's how you can see a lot of these opportunities. That's how you can go for a lot of counter ganks. That's how high-low junglers just seem to know where to be all the time. It's because they spend a lot of their time in the same area. So it's only like realistic that they'll be in the right spot at the right time if they spend that much time there. You know what I mean? Excuse me. So yeah, that's pretty much where you want to be right now. As I say, practice these 2 things and you'll be actually golden. You'll be so golden. Like, you'll be good. Trust me. So yeah, here's your VOD review. If you got any questions, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I hope this helps. And yeah, have a good rest of your day. This is a long video, but it was important. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. Peace, light, you guys. Have a good rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you guys in the next video.